everyone. Welcome to Free Advice Friday. I'm Mo. I'm here with Dr. Murphy. What we do on Free Advice Friday is this. I ask him questions and then we talk about it. It's very rarely advice, so I'm not really sure why we call it Free Advice Friday. It started out as advice and now it's just kind of morphed into we just talk about stuff 3 times a week.
Does anybody even ask us to talk about stuff?
Yeah, people submit questions. Okay. Oh no, you know what? Somebody submitted a question. While you're talking at some point, I'll just quit listening and look on my phone at something that somebody wants me to ask you. But we're going to talk about a topic here in just a second.
Okay.
First, okay. So this topic I thought was interesting. So hospitals brace for flu season and coronavirus double threat. And then this is what some people are saying. They're worried that these two forces will combine and hit hospitals hard. So basically, what this article is saying is it's a lot of speculation, which of course I think that's what news is anymore. It's just a lot of speculation. And what they're kind of talking about is the upcoming flu season, of course, amid a pandemic, poses a looming double threat that could severely strain the healthcare system. They said the flu season can hit really hard, which it sometimes does.
And sometimes doesn't.
And sometimes doesn't. And with COVID-19, of course, this is again speculation. It says it's been devastating. So they're worried that this will create a very difficult fall and winter. The flu is significantly less deadly than the coronavirus. Which again, can we say things like that?
Well,
I mean, it feels like they're just saying things.
They're
wild claims.
They're just spitballing it too.
Yeah.
And I always say this about news, especially this stuff. I don't know where you're getting this information.
ABC News.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be said for if it bleeds, it leads. So
yeah.
It's not a news story unless it makes you hysterical. When I go out and get a gun and shoot somebody, it's not a news story.
Yeah.
So let's take a moment to pause here. I'm going to play a stock market analyst of what I'm going to make a prediction of. Okay. So Here's how this is going to roll. Mm-hmm. COVID's been with us for a while now. And there's a lot of immunity out there that we don't know about. So I think they predict all these people that have been testing positive for COVID-19. Mm-hmm. Fine. But these people are not dying from it. They're just testing positive.
Yeah.
And they get over it. So now they're immune to it. Mm-hmm. Okay. So they really can't sort of get reinfected again and get sick from it again. They really can't pass it on once they get over it. Yeah. And if they get re-exposed to it, yes, they are infectious, but it only lasts for a day or two and the immune system kicks in. COVID gone. So we don't know how many people in the United States totally have had COVID-19.
Yeah.
I suspect it's a boatload. I think it's, like I said back in January and February, it's going to be all over the country and you're not going to stop it. So I think a lot of people have had it. Now, here's the interesting thing. So we got the flu season coming up. It's a different virus, okay? It's going to have the same kind of effects that COVID-19 does. People are going to get sick. They're going to die from the viral pneumonia. Here's where it gets interesting. We've all been indoctrinated to hand washing, personal protective device, social distancing. These are the exact same things we need to do for influenza that we have never done before.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I think we're in good shape, and I don't think it's going to be near as bad as people.
Since we're already taking
as
ABC
a lot News is predicting it's going to be. Since we're all aware. I mean, this pandemic, this sort of pandemic, it's not really a true pandemic. It kind of is, but it's really not a 1918 pandemic. But I think we all became very aware, and it's changed us. I mean, we don't shake hands hardly anymore, and we kind of keep our distance. I don't even want to bump your elbow, but it's changed us.
Yeah.
And I think we're all very aware of that. So I don't. If anything, I think we're in for a mild flu season, not because of the virus, but because of what we are accustomed to doing.
That's really
I mean, a lot of people go into Walmart now and these stores and chunk, give me the hand sanitizer. And now they say they're sterilizing the carts. I'm not so sure about that one. So
They have their weed sprayer, like you take out to spray your weeds.
They sell these bags that are reusable that you can take into
Yeah.
Walmart if you need to go into Walmart and just don't even Yeah. And then when you're doing your self-checkout, don't touch the checkout thing. Just hold it up in the air and
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I had to go to the post office today, and I put my hands up on the counter and rested them, and I thought, oh no, what have I done? Germs.
Yep.
Anyway.
That's when you take your license spray and
I got in my car and I was like,
So
that's interesting though. That makes a lot of sense.
It does. It makes sense.
We're already taking a lot of precautions. Of course, some people say we're not all.
I guess what I'm trying to do is exercise and put a little bit of intellectual thought into this. That this is how it should.
Well, how refreshing of you.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a compliment.
God, I hate you. I really don't like you.
Well, hey, the feeling's mutual.
I'm sure it is. So, but I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
I think the flu's it'll be here. It's here every year, and flu shots maybe work, maybe don't work, and I don't know. But I think as long as we keep practicing what we've been doing and hold the course, I think we're going to be fine.
Cool.
So I'm a pessimistic type of person.
Yeah.
And I'm optimistic about this, so that says a lot.
That does say a lot.
I'm actually a pessimistic optimist, which I'm positive things are going to get worse.
Yeah,
so.
I know what that feels like. I feel that. So I do want to do a quick follow-up because we did have somebody submit something. Do you remember last week when we talked about Elon Musk?
Yes.
I think this was Mythbuster. So Elon Musk, she said, what's the estimated timeline for those chips for those who are physically paralyzed? I don't know if I have the answer to that.
I would tell you this. Medicine's really funky. And when I was going through med school, we estimated medicine was doubling. In other words, our knowledge of medicine about every 10 years. Yeah. Now it's doubling every 2. And so I think in the future, it will be very quick. And so my estimate is when they're going to start doing human trials, 2 to 3 years.
The person also who posted this, by the way, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, we posted, I think it was a Mythbuster last week, and someone asked a follow-up question.
It's about the brain chips with the cats.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Yeah.
And any research you're aware of using a similar practice, but for trauma responses in the brain. So what we talked about last week was a chip that will be put in the brains of individuals who are paralyzed, who then can operate technology with their minds.
Correct.
So the question is...
And I took it a step further.
Trauma response.
And I took it a step further. I said, not only will be a chip in the brain for trauma responses, there'll be a chip in the brain to bypass the spinal cord, and allow you to walk again. Yeah. I do believe that's in the future.
Okay. So that's interesting. Okay, well,
I think that's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah. I
think that's down the road a little bit, but it'll be here.
Well,
the thing it's interesting. We're talking about this. I'm talking to somebody today.
Yeah.
I don't know why we don't have a cure for diabetes type 1. My God, we've been battling this bullshit for 40 years, and we got all this technology and genetic manipulation, and we can modify a seed to resist Roundup, but we can't turn a gene on in the pancreas to make insulin.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with it. At the end of the day, what makes more money for the people with all the money? It's
because if we cured diabetes, we couldn't make $500 billion a year on insulin.
Yeah, and we need jacked up seeds that can, make. Well, you feed people, be put into lots of things, whatever it might be, not ever die, kill the ecosystem.
You know what I love about it? You've seen those Roundup commercials where the attorneys get on there. If you've been exposed to Roundup, you got lymphoma, call us. Yeah. You know what? We've all been exposed to Roundup so long. We've been eating genetically modified wheat. How the hell can we be poisonous to Roundup now? Our genes got to be modified.
Yeah. That's a creepy thing to think about.
Well, it's actually not true, but it was creepy to think about.
It's creepy to think about, though. That could be a good horror movie.
Could be.
Well,
got the zombies out there spraying it around.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, we got to be modified somehow because of some of the weird things we put in our bodies.
Yeah, thank God I'm not going to be around too much longer.
Yeah, well.
You're going to miss me.
Well, I know
bacteria
all of
in
you
here.
will miss him, and
Everybody except the person in this room.
Yeah. Well, everyone, thanks for watching. That pretty much covers it, don't you think?
That's good talk.
For the day. I guess take care. Watch.
Have a good weekend.
Everybody, and be safe.
Get out and get some exercise.
Get out and get some exercise. And we'll see you Monday for Mythbuster Monday.
See you then.